Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land, and welcome to DC Fans United. So, if you've been on Comixology in the past few days, you might have noticed a big change. That would be there are now quite a few DC Comics titles available on Comixology Unlimited. So, if you've been using Comixology like I have, you know there's a few DC Comics on there, but it's very limited. They've got a lot of Marvel and a lot of Dark Horse and Image and things like that. Just as a side note, if you search for free comics on Comixology, you can get all of the free comic book day books for free. So it's like 200 books. I would highly recommend doing that if you haven't. So anyways, the big news is DC is now putting a ton of titles on Comixology. So this is kind of a big deal for a couple of reasons. Partially because DC has avoided this sort of broad monthly fee-based comics book platform in the past, and also because DC also just launched their own app. So the DC app definitely has comics on it as well. So I'm not sure why the change right now. It seems like if they were going to use Comixology, they should have done it a long time ago, or not done it now that they have their own service. But in any case, they must know what they're doing, right? So they are going to be putting quite a few titles on Comixology. Obviously, it's not the whole DC library, but they've got a lot of new stuff, or relatively new stuff. They say they're going to have Action Comics 1000 on there, for instance. So if you haven't read AC 1000 yet and have Comixology, I'd recommend checking it out. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was one of the best books of 2017. It had a ton of variant covers too. I did a video at the time. I didn't find all of the variants either, but I did a video of all the ones I could find, and I had 27 variant covers. So I thought that was a pretty interesting thing to try and track down. A lot of those were exclusives, but even so, it was kind of fun. It was a big event, Action Comics 1000. So anyways, that'll be on there. Most of the Earth 1 books will be on there, but it doesn't look like Earth 1 Green Lantern's going to be on there, so I thought that was kind of lame. But let's see, they're going to have Watchmen, All-Star Superman, so most of the main books you'd expect. You've got your Rebirth trades, you've got stuff like Hush, Batman Year One, Aquaman, so pretty much what you'd expect. There's also going to be a lot of Vertigo titles, so you can read American Vampire, 100 Bullets, Hellblazer, Preacher, Sandman, Scalped, V for Vendetta, and all kinds of stuff like that. So one good thing too, it looks like they aren't going to be raising the price, so Comixology Unlimited's still going to be $5.99 a month, and these books are also going to be available on Kindle and Prime Reader. So pretty much if you use Amazon services, you'll be able to get these books. So I think it's a good idea, I guess. I mean, it is a good idea. I just think it's a little strange because they might be competing with themselves. Although I imagine most people that get the DC streaming service aren't doing it to read the comics, although maybe they are. To me, that was a big selling point. They've got quite a few titles on there, so I'd be curious to know if they're kind of trying to separate them and have some on Comixology, some on their own app, or if they're just doubled up. I know one thing DC seems to do is really push certain books, like the new 52 Justice League. I still see that all the time, like in the Walmart DC Giants, for instance. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of stuff like that, but there's going to be a lot of good stuff. I mean, that's good too, but there's going to be a lot of other good stuff and newer stuff. I see Batman White Knight is going to be on there, so that alone would be worth it. A trade of that would definitely cost more than $6. So if you don't mind reading digital, this is probably actually a pretty good way to go if you think about it. I guess that's all for now. I just wanted to let you guys know that DC's got a lot of books available on Comixology. And as always, thank you for watching and being a part of DC Fans United.
End of line.